One of the great dangers of boating is the risk of someone falling overboard. This is especially difficult if the MOB happens at night, when crossing a bar, or in rough sea conditions. Prevention is better than cure, so ensuring the boat is not overloaded and that people hold on will reduce the risk. And wearing a life jacket will reduce the potential harm of falling in the water. Unlike a yacht, a powerboat is highly manoeuvrable and you don't have to get rid of the sails. So the approach is not much more complicated than turning the boat around and picking them up. But there are a few things you can do to improve your chances of retrieving the MOB and improving their chance of survival. If someone does go overboard, someone should call out, "Man overboard." The first thing you need to do is slow down, being careful not to slow down so quickly that wash comes over the stern. Appoint a spotter who must keep their eyes on the casualty at all times. Then return to them slowly, ideally keeping them on the protected downwind side of the vessel and drifting down to them. Deploy a ladder or throw a rope to assist with retrieval, and make sure you put the engine into neutral, or better, turn it off. One of the problems with a man overboard is not just the risk of drowning, but the risk of cold shock or hypothermia, especially in the cooler Victorian waters. Know the symptoms and know how to treat these conditions. Cold shock is the body's reaction to sudden immersion in cold water, and it can be fatal. Symptoms, like with any kind of shock, include rapid breathing, shivering, loss of coordination and strength. Victims can become panicked and confused, and there is a risk of cardiac arrest even in young and healthy individuals. Treatment focuses on self-preservation. The most crucial thing is to fight the panic, control your breathing, and focus on staying afloat. The cold shock response usually subsides within a few minutes. But that's when hypothermia can kick in. This is where a person's core body temperature becomes dangerously low. Symptoms progress as the body cools and develop in stages. Early signs include shivering, confusion and slurred speech, a bit like they're drunk. As hypothermia worsens, shivering may stop and the person becomes increasingly disoriented, clumsy, and may even lose consciousness. They need urgent medical care. Treatment involves gradually rewarming the individual. Move them to a warm, dry place, remove wet clothing, and wrap them in blankets. Do not rub their skin, nor should you warm them up too quickly or give them alcohol. If you find yourself in the water, you can pull your legs up and arms in to preserve heat. This is called the help position, heat escape lessening posture. If you're with others, then huddle together and remain still. As far as possible, you should stay on board a vessel, and if you are forced off the boat, try to stay with it. The boat may provide some buoyancy and protection and is much easier for the rescue authorities to spot. It's vital to grab your EPIRB, activate it and keep it with you before abandoning the vessel. If you stay in the water, assume the huddle or help position to maintain body heat. Not everyone who gets on board your vessel will understand the need to hold on, the risks posed by waves and wash, or the procedure for recovery. As master of your vessel, you need to ensure your crew know how to stay safe and what to do in an emergency. A short safety briefing, including a demonstration of fitting and using life jackets, shows that you take their safety seriously and equips everyone to respond appropriately should something go wrong.